Now, since the end of the last episode, a lot has changed at the racecourse ground. We have brought new players in and we have splashed their cash on Mason Bennett and Bradley Dack, the former Blackburn man coming in and making a massive difference in the centre of the midfield. And as for the results, they have got better as well. We are unbeaten in the league since the 13th of August, which was the second game of the season. And since then, we have been flying and haven't dropped a point in the last 2 months either. And despite that good run of form, Notts County are pushing us all the way, level on points, and we are just clear on goal difference. Notts County are certainly matching us stride for stride. Now, one thing is for sure with this save, while we've been able to bring the big players in, they've not really hit the ground running in certain aspects. Tommy Agupong has had a bit of a mixed bag, but we are relying on him to get better. And with a run of games coming up that is favourable with a lot of winnable games, it is a fantastic chance to pull clear ahead of the busy Christmas period. And in the pre-match press conference ahead of our game against Weldstone, it seemed that Mr. Richard Bentley from Scour wanted to ask the stupid question of the day.
Let's not take the piss here.
I certainly wasn't.
Well, I think you are.
In what could have been a tricky game, as Weldstone had just sacked their manager, it turned into a bit of a free-for-all. This ball from Elliot Lee to Mason Bennett started off what was a rout, and Mason Bennett did secure his hat-trick in the 79th minute. It was a fantastic build-up play, passing and moving constantly, and this ball from De Silva over the top for Bennett, fantastic. How this lad was available on a free transfer after his release from Millwall, I don't know, but 6 goals and 4 assists in just 8 games have shown that his investment in him is well worth the money. With the news coming out that Paul Mullin had been selected for the Wales World Cup squad, how much of an issue could that cause for us? We will be reliant on Ollie Palmer over the Christmas period, and if Wales do go deep in the World Cup, Mullin could miss over a month of football. The free scoring striker really is going to be difficult to replace, but that is what we are going to try and do. We've got Ollie Palmer, we've got Sam Dolby, Billy Waters. I'm confident that one of those can step up. Next up, we had the visit of Aldershot Town to the racecourse, and a great touch by Agupong left the defender for dead as he made it 1-0 just after 29 minutes, and he sealed the game with his second. A lovely ball by Ollie Palmer, and he loops the ball over the goalkeeper for 2.
Nice.
But despite being on a 14-game winning streak, we're not able to pull clear of Notts County, who are matching us stride for stride. Both teams on 53 points, and it is purely the fact we are scoring goals for fun that are keeping us at the top. You would think Notts County would fall away at some point, but they've got a really good team themselves with the likes of Matty Palmer and John Bostock. Fingers crossed that our extra class can see us through and we don't miss Paul Mullin too much. And after getting knocked out of the FA Cup in the qualifying round earlier in the season, it's vital that we do well in the FA Trophy, and it's draw time.
Begin the draw, Peter. Would you begin? You never let us down.
Little tribute to Rod Stewart there.
And we've had a favourable draw. We've been drawn against Vanarama National North side Boston away from home. Fingers crossed we have better luck this time than the last time we played a team in the Vanarama National North. Remember that it was Blythe Spartans that knocked us out in episode 1. And in news completely out of left field, our director of football went out and managed to convince Oxlade Chamberlain to join us on a free transfer after he was released by Liverpool. That is a massive signing, and the fact that he's dropped down to the National League is amazing.
Hey fellas, look what I found in my pocket. Look, a year's salary right here. What I call them? Fun coupons. See that? A fun coupon. I'm on the sloop, John B. Grandfather and me.
Despite us winning all the games since Paul Mullin went to the World Cup, there were still questions being asked whether we could score enough goals. And Ollie Palmer decided to answer them against Bromley as he scored all 4 goals as we ran out 4-0 winners. Bromley were reduced to 9 men due to 2 silly red cards. But let's be honest, it wouldn't have changed the result, and this goal is the pick of the bunch. A lovely ball down the side, and it's 4-0. And what a run of form this has been, as we've only conceded 2 goals in our last 8 games. What a run of form, and if this run of form were to continue throughout the entirety of the winter period, you would expect us to pull clear of Notts County. As it stands, we are 3 points clear of Notts County, but they've got a game in hand on us, and you would expect them to pull that back based on what's happened so far this season. This season could be absolutely record-breaking for both teams, but unfortunately only one can go up automatically, and we have to do everything we can to make sure that it's us. Now, unfortunately, Wales's World Cup performance went about as well as could be expected based on the results you can see, but it did mean a positive for us. It meant that we got Super Paul Mullin back earlier than expected, and he slots straight back into that starting lineup just in time for us to play York City. And just to top a fantastic month off, we get the Manager of the Month award. And as we welcome Paul Mullin back from the World Cup, it didn't take long before we took the lead at York. Bradley Dack finally getting off the mark for us. Mullin then started to hit his stride. He marked his comeback with a fantastic hat-trick. While 2 of them were soft penalties, he was a danger throughout the game, and this finish was sensational. That result keeps us top, and we are 59 points, but we're matched stride for stride by Notts County. Our last 4 games have seen us score 17 goals while keeping 4 back-to-back clean sheets. It's absolutely sensational, and when you look at the league's performers, Paul Mullin and Ollie Palmer are both in the top 5 goal scorers in the league. But have a look at who is joint first with Mullin. Matty Langstaff. He is carrying Notts County to promotion at the moment. You would think that they are going to push us all the way, and one slip will see us completely fall away. Now, what's vitally important here is that we don't start slipping up, because one wrong move will see Notts County take over, and we'll struggle to get that back. We have done really well to win as many games on the bounce as we do. Now, it's obvious that Wrexham's team is far too good for this league, and that is just, unfortunately, kind of a real world thing when you look at the amount of points both Wrexham and Notts County got last season, but we need to get promoted and then we can go from there. I really hope you've enjoyed the second episode of this series, Chasing Glory. We're going to see just how far we can take Wrexham and how far we manage to keep the owners happy. They're going to spend the money, and that is really, really important. The other thing I want to obviously mention is we've signed Oxlade-Chamberlain on a free because of the database we're using. The database we're using is the up-to-date transfer database, which means he's a free transfer. Same with Bradley Dack and Elliot Bennett. Obviously, if you started the game with the database preloaded from Sports Interactive, they would be at Liverpool, Millwall and Blackburn. We're using an up-to-date database, which is why Ben Foster's in the team as well. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. Remember, hit subscribe. As of recording, we were 3 away from 500. I don't know if we're there when you watch this, but please, if you haven't subscribed, hit subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and let me know in a comment how you think it's going to go. And remember, tune in on Friday, tune in tomorrow, as the time of recording. Fridays, we are releasing our DiCaprio challenge, where we can only use players under the age of 25. We're not allowed anybody over the age of 25 in the squad. It's going to be interesting. I'll see you all soon, Gage. You have a good day.